On Valentine's Day last year, Carla Lewandowski had her last IV removed after spending nearly 2 weeks in the ICU following heart failure.
And this year, ahead of Valentine's Day, she's showing love to the people who saved her life. As Wave News reporter Sean Bowdy explains, only half the people with her condition live to talk about it.
Carla Lewandowski says it's a miracle she's still alive. She's back in the place her life was saved, this time with heartfelt gifts. Hats she knitted during recovery.
Babies? Yes.
Of course, to her, it's not nearly enough. After all, they gave her the gift of life.
It's a very emotional experience.
Last February, in the early morning hours, she stopped breathing. Her husband, Vince, admittedly not a light sleeper, just happened to wake up and notice something wasn't right.
So I grabbed my phone, dialed 911, ran around to her side of the bed and put it on speaker and threw it on the phone, and I started doing what I had just saw 12 hours earlier.
Earlier that day, Vince saw about 20 seconds worth of a news segment on CPR following NFL player Damar Hamlin collapsing on the field. Turns out his wife had gone into cardiogenic shock.
Cardiogenic shock is when the heart function, the output of the heart is not enough.
Doctors say only about 50% of patients survive nationwide, but the staffs at St. Vincent Hospital in Salem and Norton Audubon didn't let that happen.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you again. You're welcome.
People that took care of me, and I never got a chance to say thank you.
Emotionally, it's really challenging for Carla to return to the hospital here, but she has to now every 6 months. However, the doctors and nurses have become so much more than just the people who helped save her life.
How are you, Doctor?
Her last day in the ICU was on Valentine's Day. She doesn't remember much, but somehow she won't forget it either.
It was a year ago this Sunday that she ended up here, and I really love these people.
Not just my doctor, but my friend and my family.
But I'm grateful to be part of the team that took care of her.
Vince and Carla say they've prayed a lot.
He's my angel and my hero.
What if Vince didn't wake up?
I've thought about that. You know, I know that God has a plan for each one of us. And the plan he had for me that night was not to die.
Vince and Carla's new goal is teaching the importance of CPR everywhere. In Louisville, Sean Bowdy, Wave News.